What is going on, everybody? Coming to you live and not out of town.
Yeah.
Here in Tampa. The UFC is here in Tampa. I don't have to fly anywhere. Let's get right to it. I'm not used to starting the show right off. Dustin Jacoby, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me on the show. It's good to be back.
We've had you on before. We've talked about a lot of things. We were just talking off the air, which I don't normally like to do because I like it to be free and flow. But before I forget, dementia's awful. You said that you're now a Buffalo Bills fan.
Yeah, well, you know, I am a diehard Cowboys fan lifelong, but this year I'd say I've switched over to the Bills. I love Josh Allen. I love the red, white, and blue. I love the ruggedness of the organization and everything about it.
So my question is, and Billy Q just walked by, is the indoctrination you have to go through a table to be an official Bills fan? You know about that, right?
I do not.
Oh, that's their thing.
Yeah.
They go
jump through the
they
table.
go through tables.
Yeah, like wrestling. Like
Let's start with this one.
that's pretty solid. That's a good initiation.
Might not want to do this one.
Yeah.
So we might have to set that up. Have you been up in Buffalo? Have you been in there?
No, never been.
All right, so I'll talk to Billy. He's on next. We'll get that all set up for you. Now, I don't know who's going to be big enough and strong enough to literally pick you up and throw you through the table, but
I'm sure Billy could do it.
we'll ask him.
We'll find out. I guess we'll find out. Stay tuned. Hour 3.
Have you been to the Tampa area before?
Yeah, a little bit. I haven't spent much time here. I'm a little bit south of here, Venice, Sarasota, Siesta Key Beach areas where I spend the majority of my time when I'm here.
Have you done the shark tooth hunting?
No.
You know about that? You don't know? All right, so Venice Beach is the number one place in the world for shark teeth hunting.
Okay.
Now, it's still, we went down there about a year ago, but we grew up there. We were not very well off, so we would always drive down to Venice and spend the day picking shark's teeth. The problem with that, and may my dad rest in peace, is he got to keep them all. We would spend all day in the sun picking all these shark's teeth from miniatures to huge, and they would always go into his office. Yeah, the child labor laws.
And for clarity, it's Venice Beach, Florida.
Yeah,
now, Venice Beach,
Florida.
California,
Right.
the mecca of Gold's Gym, of bodybuilding, of Arnold. So,
Right.
when you say Venice Beach, people might go the wrong coast.
Did you ever come across a shark?
No,
No. Okay.
no. Which is really weird.
I know. You would think if you're going to look for shark teeth, there's got to be a shark in time.
But you might want to go check it out. It is fun,
Okay.
and you will find some. They may not be as big as they used to be, but it's somehow the tides, they all come to that location.
Okay. Well, in between a couple rounds of golf here and there, I'll have to go check it out.
Told you I got to hook you up with Steve Monroe as well.
So speaking of location, you come from a fight city. The UFC originated in Denver. We think of Vegas as a fight capital, Atlantic City, but Tampa. What's the reputation outside of Tampa? Because I feel like as a Tamponian, is that what we are, Randy? Tamponians, whatever we are, we get the big fights. We get Jake Paul here, we get the UFC here, we get bare knuckle. So what is Tampa's reputation outside of Tampa?
I think it's just a beautiful place to be. It's Florida. Everybody loves Florida. I think you guys have had a ton of people move here since COVID, right? Like
For sure.
record-breaking number of people.
Yeah.
I think it's just the sunshine state, man. It's beautiful. It's warm. Good scene. Good views.
You will get the answer to that question Saturday night.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
a
can't.
sold out.
I can't divulge it, but there is an announcement that's coming Saturday night that will blow that answer away.
Wow.
UFC a fight announcement?
There's an announcement coming
Wow.
Saturday night.
Okay.
Which will tell you.
Does it have anything to do with Colby Covington?
I know nothing other than no. It has nothing to do with
Gotcha,
Colby.
okay.
But it is an announcement that will answer your question.
Okay.
Okay,
Tampa's on the map, baby.
So we'll leave
Is
it at
Jake
that.
Paul coming back?
Well, Jake's definitely going to be fighting again. What do you think of that whole thing?
I wasn't a big fan at first. Jake Paul is growing on me. The guy's legit. He has the resources to be great. He puts in the time and he's committed. And it's become much more than just a YouTube boxer, man. The guy is definitely legit. I would love to have that fight. I would love to box that guy.
Sure.
I've said from the very beginning, I fought Glory Kickboxing, so I would fight multiple times in the night, 2 times a night, 3 times a night. I've done it 6 different times.
Wow.
4 times I've won the whole thing.
Wow.
I said I would fight Logan and Jake in the same night. Set up a tournament style. And, yeah, man, but I tell you what, that's got to happen sooner than later because Jake just continues to get better and he's got youth on his side.
Right.
So, yeah, man, And the Mike Tyson fight, I just thought that I wasn't a fan of that. I knew that was going to go exactly how it went.
Sure.
Although I will, again, another thing Jake Paul grew on me, I'll give him respect. He didn't go for the kill. I think that he could have put Tyson away, and he chose not to, which showed a lot of respect to Tyson.
Yeah.
You know, and the way he's doing it, and yes, he even lives in this hotel, I call it the Ric Flair. You know, people would pay money, even though they still knew it was scripted, they would pay money to watch Ric Flair in hopes he would lose. And that's what's going on with Jake Paul. People pay money to watch him lose.
Yeah, 100%. Although, I will say, I don't think it's scripted.
No, that's not.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
No, I was saying about the Ric Flair.
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
I don't. Well, it's not scripted, but there are things in the contract that you can and can't do, and it's, you know.
Yeah.
But if that's the contract, that's the contract.
Yeah, I agree, man. The guy's a money printing machine. More power to him.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love that he
me
found
too.
a way, and people rip him that he handpicks. So would you.
Yeah, well, absolutely.
Right?
I mean, why wouldn't you?
If you could make $40 million and you could fight Jake Paul or me, who would you fight?
You know who I'm taking.
Right? So they hate him because he handpicks.
Right.
That's just smart business.
It is, man. It's real smart business.
And if you remember years ago, bare knuckle boxing offered a $20 million purse to Mike Tyson, and he turned it down. You know, and so Jake was able to get the job done when we thought we'd never, ever see the iconic legend himself, Iron Mike, back inside of a boxing event. So Jake has that kind of draw and appeal that he got a legend like Mike to toe the line. It's pretty cool, man.
Let's talk about Saturday night back in the Octagon here in our hometown.
Yeah.
Tampa.
My hometown. You're on the other side of the bridge, bro.
No, that's
like you guys got the Rays and like
true. That's
convertible
true.
stadiums
That's
and
true.
stuff.
I don't know if you know this, but Dallas County and Hillsborough County do not like each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like St.
I'm new
Paul.
to the rivalry.
Yeah.
No, you're right. So I'm across the bridge.
Yeah. You're a foreigner, or what do they call those people? Immigrant. You're an immigrant.
Legal.
We don't know. Let me see your ID.
Oh, no, I'm legal. I know about Ellis Island. Talk about your opponent. Talk about, Saturday night.
Yeah, Saturday night's going to be a fun night in the Octagon, man. I got Vitor Petrino, a young up-and-coming kid who's super tough. I think he's just turned 27, coming off his first loss, which is big in this matchup because I've been there before, man. The first time I lost, it really throws you off. Anytime you lose. When I was on my 7-fight unbeaten streak, a year or so ago, and I had that first loss, it really shook my confidence. And I had already lost before, but a loss really shakes you up. And he's coming off his first loss, so I think that's definitely an advantage leaning towards me. But it's going to be a super fun fight, man. He's tough. He comes out. He's real aggressive. And he's got youth on his side. So I'm looking forward to the matchup.
How quickly can you move on from a fight, win or lose? You want to move on either way, but is one take longer or?
That's a good question. I have always ran by the short-term memory, bulletproof confidence. I was a quarterback in college in our quarterback room. That's what we said, short-term memory, bulletproof confidence. You go out there one possession, it doesn't go your way, you throw a pick. Well, you got to get out there and get your team rallied, get the troops rallied, and go out there and get another swing at it. The one fight that has really kind of just stuck with me and really bugged me is the Khalil Roundtree fight. It's a fight that I lost a split decision in October 2022. And if you go look at the 15 of the 16 journalists that covered that fight had me winning. I think I was minus 750 going to the judge's decision on DraftKings and ended up losing that fight. So that one was a little bit harder to get over. And, to be quite honest, I'm not fully over that. To watch him go on and get a title shot, fight Alex Pereira. But I have no ill will towards him. He's a great warrior. He's a great fighter. But each fight is different. And usually I stick to the short-term memory, bulletproof confidence.
I think it's such an issue with judging, and I'm a licensed judge in Florida. There's so many different angles. Night? No, I'm not judging, but I will be there. To be honest, and I am such a professional, I believe, that if I was judging, I wouldn't be talking to you.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
man. I think judges should be judging not cage side. They should not even. They should be in a soundproof room watching on a screen with no volume.
Sure.
I think that they get persuaded by the crowd too often. They get caught up in the moment.
And training and the trainers.
Yeah.
There's a reason that they would yell nice, and and they're friends of mine that did those nice yelling.
100%.
Yeah, it's to get in the judges.
Manipulating the judges. Yeah, and everybody does. That's why I think that you can't get away from that. That's why I think that you need to take the judges away from that. Put them in a soundproof room, no volume, watch the fight, no phone. they're being recorded the entire time they're watching this
and held accountable.
Yes, yeah.
You know, we can't
absolutely.
talk to the judges.
Yeah, man, they're getting their full paycheck every single night. They're judging fights, and that's another thing with the fighters. You get money to show up, and you get money to win. And when you have a fight like me and Khalil Roundtree, where I'm minus 750 on DraftKings, that's real money. That is follow the money. The money doesn't lie. And for him to win that fight, I mean, it's just and me go home with half my purse.
Right.
And it's a tough pill to swallow.
Well, we just saw it happen this past weekend with Gagne and Volkov. Dana was audible about, hey, you really got screwed. So in the comment section,
I did as well.
Well, I think everybody unanimously sees it that way. But except the three judges at ringside. But what I did see in the comments, one of the most, I thought, well thought arguments on how to fix the judging issue. And they suggested 4 or 8 judges at the Octagon and a tiebreaker upstairs that didn't see the fight, that if it goes to a 4-4 or a 2-2, if the humans at the cage side couldn't get it right, the tiebreaker is stats only as far as significant strikes landed and punches thrown. They don't see the fight in real life. They only get the statistics, and they're the tiebreaker.
And then if it's still a tie, they play a game of Uno.
Well, the shootouts. You do one off, a slap, power slap.
What's up with this new AI scoring? Is everything going to go AI scoring?
Probably at some point.
For sure. Absolutely.
What are your thoughts on points being taken away? I hate warnings. And the only thing I hate more than warnings are strong warnings. What is
stern warnings?
Well, there's a strong.
Yeah, then a stern, right.
Well, I think, depending on the situation, I think a warning is warranted. If a guy's grabbing the cage, you're like, hey, you have to warn him right there. No grabbing the cage. And then if he does it again, the rules are...
That's the stern one. Then you get the stern one after you've already gotten the warning.
That's true. I think there needs to be you get one warning, and if you do it again, you get the point taken away.
I disagree only in the point that I think even if it's a mistake, I mean, there has to be a penalty. There has to be...
You're taking points right
away.
I
would. I absolutely would. I absolutely... Because some fighters
know beforehand. You have a meeting with
exactly.
The third guy in the octagon.
And I'm not saying that fighters do anything on purpose, but if you know you're going to get a warning, use your warning up.
Yeah, I can see that.
And as a judge, it drives me crazy, but I can't do anything unless the ref takes the point, so I'm judging. What can we expect? I know that you've got to go do some things and rest up, so we could keep you on for 3 hours.
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. I appreciate you guys having me here. You can expect fireworks. I think it's going to be a great matchup. Styles make the fight, and I think Vitor Petrino and Dustin Jacoby is going to be an excellent fight for the fans, and it's going to be an exciting fight, no doubt.
Awesome. We still have a pair of tickets to give away. All you have to do is go to the knockoutradio.com website and register, and then we'll have the drawing tomorrow. Dustin, thanks for your time.
Thanks, guys.
Let's go hit a break. Coming to you live from Tampa, not Las Vegas, not
home. Home sweet home.
Across the bridge from home, but we'll be right back.